You've been given the recommendation to do the contemplation exercise in which you contemplate those 6 laws of the mind that I've been talking about in the 6 sessions that we had. Now, I'd like to make it a little easier for you to remember those 6 laws without listening to the lessons again. Remember, law 1 was the law that dealt with the fact that we are living in an inside and an outside world, both communicating with each other. I've talked about us being able to choose to be the creator of our experiences or the victim of outside circumstances. And I've covered the order in which everything on this planet basically happens. Everything starts with an immaterial idea, goes on to a feeling, to an action, and to a manifestation. And back then, from a manifestation, it has some influence on our thoughts again. Now, you may want to do some thinking on this law. Second law was the law of attraction. There is a saying, as I've mentioned, what goes around comes around. So whatever you think, whatever you do, however you feel, it's gonna come back similarly. So what this law basically says is, whatever you think again and again, and support this thought with feelings, emotions, strong emotions, will cause other people and yourself to develop similar thoughts and feelings. And since thoughts and feelings lead to actions and actions lead to manifestations, then you know that you attract the manifestations of what you've been thinking about. All right, let's go to law number 3, the law of control. We think some tens of thousands of thoughts per day, of which become conscious for us only 1 or 2%. And of those many thoughts we think a day, the vast majority, some scientists say over 90%, 95%, have a negative character. So we don't touch the positive thinking that we have habitually. We just look at the negative thought habits that we have that affect our lives in a negative way. And then I introduced to you some weeding exercises and an affirmation, a short sentence with a very positive content.
I am a winner. I like myself and I feel good.
Remember, law number 4 is the law of freedom. It says that we can think whatever we choose to think. And if we plan something, if we have a goal that we want to reach, and everybody has goals, so why not choose them? And then you should follow an order. You start with the question, what do I want? And this can relate to what you want to be, or what you would like to do, or what you would like to have. And then the next question would be, why do I want this? And the why gives you the motivation to carry through yourself against resistances that you might encounter. The question number 3 is, how do I get to my goal? What do I need to do? Now, of utmost importance, and I mentioned this, is that you put your attention mostly towards the question what and why over 95% of the time, and your efforts should look at these two questions, because if you do so, the how will somehow present itself. You don't have to really search for it. And this is a little bit counterintuitive. So remember, 95% on the what and the why. Law number 5 is thoughts are real forces. Remember, anything you see around you, be it a table or a chair or some kind of clothing, whatever, has begun as a thought. And then the manufacturer has thought, well, I want to create some pants, some jeans, for instance, whatever. And he says, well, that's going to be a good business. I make a lot of money. So he feels good about it. And then he takes action. And the end result of this, the manifestation of this, is he manufactures jeans that he can sell at a profit. Okay, so nothing that you can buy begins any different. It always begins with a thought. And this way, the thought is a real force, because without this thought, nothing will materialize in your life. All right, law number 6 is we are receivers and transmitters of thoughts. And this is just another way of saying the law of attraction causes your thoughts and feelings to be somehow received by another person who thinks a different thought or a similar thought and a similar experiences, a similar feeling. And this goes forth and back between people. And if you look at it on a scientific, even physical basis, physics basis, it's even going beyond the communication between people. It is basically saying that we can manipulate machines. And I gave you an example on that in the lesson you heard. Thank you very much. I do hope you engage in this exercise, because it's going to help you in 2 ways. It's going to help you enhance your understanding of the laws, plus it helps you focus to think what you have decided to think about. So it trains you in focusing on what you want to think about. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Wulff, a leading expert in mindset transformation and personal success. By joining me, you will unlock proven strategies to elevate your mindset and transform your life. Explore more in the video description.